fun to play again.
Yeah.
You know, we were a little disappointed with the way things ended, but it's definitely different playing in a game atmosphere against people who aren't on your team. So that was nice to kind of get the feel for hockey again, and I think we'll be better tomorrow.
Really, I mean, I feel like the practices have been pretty physical, but this even ramped up even more, especially with Rempe, the way it starts out, the fight. I mean, what do you make of all that?
Yeah, it was a good hit. I think, I didn't really see it, but I just heard a big bang, and all of a sudden there's two guys laying on the ice and a few guys skating over at Remps. So, it was physical. I think we knew it would be. Like you said, it's been pretty physical in practice. Guys have been going at each other, but we were just excited to hit guys who weren't on our own team. That was a nice treat for us today. So, it's as close to a game as you're going to get at this time of the summer. So it felt good.
Rempe's a young guy. What do you think about the way he handled himself? Like, they were clearly kind of gunning for him after that.
Yeah.
You thought he handled himself well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that was a big tilt that he had. He got some good punches in. Both of them did. So, he stood his ground, and he continued to play a good game after that. I don't think he let it get to him at all. So it was good to see.
How did you feel personally on this?
I felt good, actually. I mean, like I said, it's a little disappointing to come up short, but like I said, it's the first time we've been in a game atmosphere, and especially to go down to 10 forwards pretty quick. There's a lot of ice out there, so I felt good.
When you're out there, do you feel like, compared to some of the other prospects on both teams, that you can tell that you have some NHL experience?
At times, for sure. I mean, there's a wide range of skill sets out there. You look at some of the young guys who have just been drafted who are super skilled, and then there's some guys like me who have some games under their belt. They're a little bit older and stronger, so I definitely tried to play to that tonight, and I know I will continue to do that even in main camp and then hopefully in some of the exhibition games into the season. I think that's it's a good skill that I have that I can use in my game.
What does that do for your confidence to kind of see how you measure up against fellow prospects?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's good. I think we have a good prospect pool. I think, like I've said it a few times, I think the outcome of that game could have been a little bit different. A few power play goals we gave up, but I felt like we had a really competitive group. It's been competitive all week in practice, and then to match up against some of their guys, it was fun, and I felt good compared to them. So I'm excited to keep rolling tomorrow and then into main camp.
What did you think about the chemistry on your line?
It was good. It was actually really good. Sometimes you wonder, just because it's been such a short period of time. I mean, we don't really have too many systems in place right now. We have the basics and a few meetings, but for the most part, the coaches just drew some stuff on the whiteboard and let us play. But Padge and Cools both played really well. I thought we were buzzing pretty good down low. We managed to have some good ozone shifts, and obviously I had the one, and Padge got the one, and we could add a few more.
What impressed you about Padge's game?
Got a great shot. I think that's the first thing you realize, even in practice. When he shoots, there's a lot of pop off his stick. He's fun to play with. He talks a lot out there. I think he makes some really good reads. You can tell he's got a high hockey IQ. So for someone who's just come over and was playing on the big sheet over in Europe, he's made the adjustment pretty quickly.
What about Cooley? What have you made of him throughout camp?
I think he's taken some big strides over the summer. He was good in Hartford last year for such a young kid. Someone his age usually would be playing junior back home because of the COVID stuff. He got to come down, and as far as I can tell, it's been really good for him. He looks really good out there.
What about you? Like, do you see it, as long as you come through healthy, do you see it as an advantage to have this week or so of competitive hockey leading you into camp when you're going to be competing for a spot?
Yeah, for sure I do. It's been competitive all week. Today was competitive. I know I want to be able to hit camp, and once some of the older guys come in, I want to be able to hit the ground running. So as much, the older guys are all skating before us, and there's been, we've been able to watch some of the skates. You can tell it's pretty intense, but at the same time, like you guys probably saw today, there's nothing that really matches game intensity when you're playing against other teams. So it was good, and I think it'll be good for me leading into main camp.
Drury and Gallant have talked a lot about defined roles and wanting the team players to have more defined roles. What do you think you could do in a defined role?
Yeah, I worked a lot in the summer over little things like being able to take face-offs. I know last year a big part of my game was learning how to pen the kill at the pro level. It's a little bit different, the style from college. So if that's a role that they see me playing, I'm happy to do that. It's something I'll embrace. But to be honest, I'm not too sure where they see me fit. I think that's probably going to be a decision they'll make as main camp rolls around and they get the opportunity to see me in some exhibition games. But I've worked a long time to try to be a jack of all trades and be able to fit in wherever I'm needed.